Hey everybody, welcome to Geeksvana Live. It's good to see you on this. I'd like to say it's a sunny afternoon. It's not sunny here, unfortunately. We'll find out in a moment if it's sunny in Tennessee. Today, we're going to be joined by Ken Heron for a very impromptu live stream. As of about 25 minutes ago, I was actually driving back from my day job to come and sort something out for somebody else. And then I was recording a video, as I do, in the studio next door, and Mr. Heron called and it was like, hey, the launch, it's this. And I went, yeah, I think it might be that. And no, it's this. And yeah, but I think it might be that. So we thought we'd continue that conversation live on air just for you guys. Let me bring him in. Hi, Ken, how are you?
Hi. Now, I don't want to jump the gun and get everybody too excited or anything, but the DJI Phantom 5 is coming out. For Christmas, it's gonna be awesome.
As I pull my light back towards me, because this was a very impromptu setup live stream. But okay, now I would like to say, as the sensible side of the street, that we have no empirical evidence of anything. I actually wonder if it's something else completely. I have a sneaky feeling it might not be.
Why are you such a pessimist?
I'm glad you're sat down. I'm glad you're sat down because I don't think it's the Phantom 5. I have to say that's my personal and humble opinion. I don't think it is.
Well, as you people know, I am
you
best
people,
buddies with DJ. You drone people. I'm best buddies with DJI, and they send me all their stuff. You know, I've got an NDA, but who need? Here, I got my NDA right here. Yeah, I don't need that. Get it? I've already got the Phantom 5 right here. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. And what they've done is they've gone with a retro look. They made it look like a Phantom 4. You know how they do with like the VW Beetle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it look like the original. So that's what they're doing with this.
I mean,
I can't show that to you anymore. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, why break what isn't, fixed? Why fix what isn't broken, rather? Because the Phantom 4 is such an amazing drone, and it's still a workhorse of the skies.
It is. It's wonderful. Now, in all seriousness, the verbiage of the email tease.
Yeah.
Do you have that you can?
I will bring that up in one moment. Bear with me. I haven't got the verbiage, but I have the teaser picture.
It says high five.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not it's something that flies, right?
I would say, yeah. Well, yeah. Can I give an alternate reality here? I have a feeling this might be something gimbal wise, and a certain little gimbal that attaches to your telephone. And high five is like the social media. And I don't know.
I'm done with it.
Screw you, DJI. Ken Heron has left the building. But yeah, I have a feeling, just a sneaky feeling, this might be the Osmo Mobile 5, which I'm telling you guys whilst he's away. I told everyone while you weren't listening. I told everyone.
DJI must know that we all think it's the Phantom 5.
I know, right?
Why else would they do that?
Yeah, there has to be people in the marketing department right now going hee as they see Phantom 5 starting to trend on Twitter and Instagram and things like that.
Right.
Phantom 5 question mark?
Right, as they might say in England, those cheeky bastards.
Yes, indeed, those rotten scoundrels. As we might say this side of the pond. But yeah, I mean, I have a feeling it's going to be, rather than being the Phantom 5, and I have had, thank you to everyone that sent me the link to this today. I really do appreciate it. I've had a lot of people asking if it could be the Phantom 5. So you're not the only person in the world that is holding out hope. It is obviously, ever since we saw that weird build with the detachable lens, which apparently turned out to be built for a specific client or something by DJI.
That was like a one-off or something.
But ever since those pictures, people have been feverish for the Phantom 5, almost as much as the Mavic 3 and other things. And I mean, now it's becoming feverish over the Mini 3. Of course, people.
Well, really certainly those of us who came up through the drone community and with drones since the Phantom 1 and 2 and 3, and we had all those. There's a market for it.
Yes.
And I mean, 100%. I would buy one, but I would think also that people who are just getting into drones would also buy one. This is the easiest platform to hand catch that has ever been made. It's got 4 handles on it for that very reason.
Now,
even if the 5 had like those fancy retracting
legs, the Inspire-y type things,
like a mini Inspire, that's what they really need.
Do you think though the fact that DJI have been almost excluded from the US enterprise marketplace by things like the entity list and not being allowed to be used by a lot of law enforcement and federal agencies, do you think that holds up the development of the larger drone? Because obviously the US is a massive marketplace and the enterprise is a big chunk of that marketplace, and if they were to bring out a Phantom 5, there's a chance, well, not a chance, federal agencies and those kind of enterprise users wouldn't be able to use it. So
look,
do you think that holds it up?
Even gun-toting, American flag hugging Americans love this drone, even though it's made in freaking China. It's good. You make a good enough product, they're going to look for excuses to use it. That's why they started using it before. There's not a lot of truly American options. And I know a lot of people are saying, what about Autel? Oh, Sean, do you want to break the news to him, or shall I?
Autel is a Chinese company.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, you do have the new blue COAS list, don't you, of the drones that are built in America and are protected from the point things like the Skydio, for instance. That's one of these new blue list American made, and still they've still got obviously got parts from all over the world, but it at least guarantees that it's something which is secure from a cyber security point of view and that type of thing. But I think there's other ways around it. I'm not saying I agree with DJI not being used by federal agencies and that type of thing, but it is still is this breaking news? Do we have breaking news from DJI head office?
Well, you know, our buddy Ready Set Drone, Kelly.
Yeah.
He's pals with DJI.
He is big pals.
Yeah, and you know, he got the DJI POS before any of us.
He did.
That's funny, isn't it? Every time
it is. It's a funny drone.
So it stands to reason that he would get the 5. And I texted him before, and I said, Kelly, if you know anything about the Phantom 5, and don't tell your buddy Ken. And then a bunch of angry faces. But he just texted me. He said, dang, that's news to me. Just got the email. I was not invited to this party.
Oh, so I just got a feeling. I don't know why. I mean, it makes sense that it would be the Osmo Mobile 5, and it will probably just be called the Mobile 5 this time because they made it OM4 for the Osmo Mobile 4, didn't they? And they keep dropping the Mavic name and the Osmo name and making the name shorter and shorter. So,
you never can tell about DJI and their
no,
because they'll skip around, they'll drop monikers, they'll add things. And
does the picture tell us anything?
High 5 though, high implies flying.
Yeah, although high 5 as in, you know, social media and it's connecting you with people more and that type of thing as well. And
that is stupid.
If it was supposed to be high 5 as in a double meaning, would the high not be spelt as in with the GH?
Maybe I think somebody at DJI is high if they're marketing it this way. But now somebody said that there's not a lot of 5 of things that DJI has, like 1, 2, 3, 4. What would be the next natural progression? Yeah,
I mean, it's obviously Mini will be the 3, Mavic will be the 3, Inspire will be the 3. You know, it is the Phantom or the 5 or the Osmo Mobile 5 or a completely different product, which they've decided to start off with 5 for some bizarre reason.
People in the chat, let me know. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? What do you hope it is?
Yeah, Blind Neil is saying he figures it's the Osmo Mobile 5 with extendable handle. You see, I've seen that a lot on social media today, and I could see that because it goes high.
Extendable handle.
So a selfie stick.
And you know those knuckleheads at DJI are like, I don't think it's the Phantom 5.
And Geeksvana will go live. I think it'll be one of these with like a, you know, with a
DJI, take that. You make my Phantom 5, DJI. You make my Phantom 5 and make it right now.
Ken, do you? I'm getting the impression you really, really want a Phantom 5.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and again, I would like to stress that neither myself nor Ken. I mean, Ken has the Mavic 3, the Mini 3, the Inspire 3, all tucked just off camera. But on this one,
I've got all the
Yeah,
threes.
yeah, he's got all the threes, but on this one he doesn't. So neither of us have the empirical evidence of as far as what this is actually pertaining to. But actually, I personally feel like it's going to be an Osmo Mobile 5. Ken is a bit more of an optimist and is hoping it's the Phantom 5. Do you?
By the way,
yeah.
By the way, I don't know why everybody thinks that I'm in with DJI. Any chance I had of that went out with when I started my video. The DJI FPV is a piece of shit.
Yes.
That's, you know, I knew what I was doing.
And then the Ken Heron music.
Yeah, but I shot myself in the foot when I did that. So, you know, DJI has no love for me. I have not signed any NDAs.
Do you think the time you made a review of a drone and you smashed it to smithereens on camera, do you think that might have scared a few of the companies off?
Oh, the Lev top drone where I smashed it and then put the pieces in the toilet and then
the little weird, almost egg-looking thing.
Maybe. I haven't gotten a lot of toy drones after that.
Didn't they send you another one?
They did. The Lev top company saw that video and they said, "Oh, yeah, we're sorry about that. Here's another one."
Oh, and in fact, thank you very much to my to Airless Meme, one of our mods. He's just sent me a picture over on Discord. There is actually an FCC filing for this, and if I can show you the picture here, because I can't transfer it across right now. And
what is it?
So this is a picture of the label from the FCC filing. And
which indicates what?
That basically indicates that they're going for their license, that it's able to transmit things. So whether it's to an app or Bluetooth or using a frequency. So it has to appear on the FCC filing database, which is where we get a lot of our leaks from. Or certainly, for instance, I have got pictures on 3 or 4 DJI products that I cannot release, and I'm not sure if they're real or not. So what I wait for is the FCC filings, and then and then I can say, okay, it's real, and yes, that label matches the picture that I have, and we can put it out. And this does actually say that it's the DJI OM5,
which is
Osmo Mobile 5, which is the.
Damn it!
So thank you, Alice Mean, for sending that to me. But you are now banned from Ken Heron's Thursday Night Live for ruining his hope. He wanted at least 8 days of hope, didn't you, Ken? Pigeon Jackie. So yeah, everyone in the chat, is anybody actually looking forward to seeing the Osmo Mobile 5? It isn't one that I didn't get the Osmo Mobile 4. I got the Osmo Mobile 3, but it wasn't really my bag, to be honest. And again, this is only putting 2 and 2 together and possibly getting 6 or 7, where I'm saying it's the Osmo. I'm trying to ignore what he's doing down there, where I'm seeing the Osmo Mobile 5 being listed on the FCC database, but again, we don't know. But yes. Mappers 2 saying DJI Mavic 3 and they skipped it to the Mavic 5. That could be it as well, Ken. Perhaps they skipped
that's what
3.
We need more Mavics. We don't have enough of those. I mean, they're great. Yeah, they're great. Of course they're great, but
they are. We do need to see something a bit more chunky, don't we? We need to see another, flagship drone. Do you honestly think, now, do you believe in your heart of hearts that we will ever see another Phantom drone?
That is a great question.
I mean a completely new one. I don't mean a Phantom 4 RTK SSEEEERR 792. I mean, do you think we will see a DJI Phantom something, a new drone?
I have to believe that DJI knows there's a market for the Phantom 5, and they're probably just waiting for more time to pass to let us wax poetic about, because these are still great drones, but they are aging.
They are.
And this with a 6K or an 8K camera on it would be a game changer. They might actually, in all seriousness, be waiting to release once they've developed their own proprietary camera with a 1-inch sensor and all that, 8K, whatever, with all the other things that we hope this does with the detachable lenses. It might be in development. I would think that they would know that there's a ready market for
Yeah.
5.
Oh, absolutely.
For a
absolutely.
while there, between the Phantom 3 and the Phantom 4, it was incremental improvements. The Phantom 3 Professional, I mean, aside from,
Yeah.
But to go from the Phantom 4 to the Phantom 4 Pro version 2.0, that was like a little bit of improvement. I think they're waiting to make it a big, huge change. Yes. So to answer your question, yes.
You do think there will be one. I also think that there is a large issue in terms of sorry, excuse me for bringing that box across myself. I'm bringing something else in, which is actually a moving version of that image. There's a little video on their homepage. So let me just go into window capture. Boopity boop. Here we go. And let me just make it look a bit prettier and put it over here. So we have this, which somebody in the chat, it was actually Giz Motorsports, who doesn't believe it's going to be the Osmo Mobile. He said, "Look at the video on DJI." Right. So and yeah, well, that's interesting, isn't it? Why is it in a block of ice? The block of ice is levitating, so it does say high five.
Hold on. They're not making another stupid roly robot thing, are they? Oh, God, I hate this thing.
Or you think it might be another Robot Wars?
I don't know.
Infinite Edition.
Isn't it time for one of those to come out?
It could be. It could be.
Another robot. That is interesting because usually their marketing people are clever, and then when the thing finally comes out, you're like, oh, well, that's why it was a spinny thing. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe it is some kind of.
I mean, the
gimbal.
The gimbals do that. So I'm wondering if it's and the Osmo Mobile, when they turn on, they do that with the phone and on there, etc. As they do the spinny thing. I actually, after seeing that, and thank you Giz Motorsports for pointing us towards it, that actually makes me feel even more that this is the Osmo Mobile 5 personally. Just personally.
I actually have someone that is friends with DJI sent me a new DJI product that's like way out in the future. Let me go get that.
Okay.
It's right over here.
Whilst Ken's waiting, let me know in the chat which of the drones you're most looking forward to, the Mavic 3 or the Mini 3. I'd be really interested to know.
Yep. Hold on.
Please hold. Johnny Five is alive. Yes, exactly. 3 lines for 3-axis stabilization. I like that, Alex. That could well be the.
You ready?
I'm ready, sir.
For the big reveal, and exclusive to the Geeksvana channel. Oh, you ready for this? It is the DJI POS 5. They skipped all of the other improvements. They went right to the 5. Now, let me tell you something about this. This is going to be much better.
Oh,
it's still made of glass. Damn it. Oh well.
It's still a POS.
And scene. Thank you.
And scene.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, did you write that 5 one earlier, or have you just gone and found that red pen?
I did it 10 seconds ago.
Very good. Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting because I think the Chipageddon situation, the fact that we can't get chips, I think that has held things up, because the Mavic 3, I don't know if you saw the leaks over the weekend regarding the Mavic 3 with our friends over at the channel name, which is Spanish that I can't pronounce the name of, but an excellent scoop there with some sketchy looking photographs, as in they look like sketches, they're not sketchy looking, but it does seem to, I've seen similar pictures from another source as well, so that does seem to be that might be the Mavic 3 that's on the way. But I'm wondering if the whole Chipageddon pandemic situation has actually held up DJI on their release schedule, because I thought we'd be seeing the Mavic 3 about now and then the Mini 3 before Christmas. But
yeah, they have to have something coming out before Christmas that
exactly.
Everybody will buy.
Exactly. Will it be this though? That's to me is will this be anything more exciting than just
Well, in the world
not
of
that that's
marketing,
not exciting. Not that that's not
you'll
exciting.
you wanna tease something about this far out from Christmas time, so that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Whatever
indeed.
they're doing, it's for Christmas.
Yeah, no, indeed. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, the spinny bit, that does fascinate me. I do wonder if that spinny bit is actually related to anything.
Well, look, whatever it ends up being, I'm gonna
Mm.
hate it if it's not the Phantom 5. So let me just go on the record.
On the record, if it's not the Phantom 5, make it the Phantom 5.
I will resent whatever it is, even if it's cool. If it's not the Phantom 5. But do you whatever it is, do you really think it's the camera or the gimbal? What
I don't know. My little tiny brain tells me that with the FCC filing out recently on the OM5, with this being called obviously a teaser as a 5, it's spinning round like a gimbal. I think it might be. I certainly do not. I would probably bet something substantial with you that it's not the Phantom 5. I feel like I would be, there's been no talk, no evidence, nothing at all for once. And DJI seem to enjoy their leaks, frankly. And
Right.
I honestly think if it was going to be the Phantom 5, we would have actually seen something. There you go.
They can put
No.
more money into whenever they do release the Phantom 5 because they've saved all this money by us talking about it. They don't have to spend any money on advertising.
Oh yeah, no, we are the DJI marketing department phase 2 for certain. Bill Grace in the chat says it's the Phantom 5. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Goodbye.
All right, thanks everybody. Is that too much? Did I get a copyright strike?
Who knows? We'll find out, won't we? Who cares?
Okay. All right.
All you have to do is mute it afterwards anyway. So
that's true. By the way, quick question for you: when is the Inspire 3 coming out?
I would say it will be at least the end of 2022, if not the first quarter of 2023. Although that might be pushing it as far as the existing tech, because of course, those of us that have had certain conversations believe it already exists. It's just been shelved. So I think it will be the end of 2022. And I think that will coincide with DJI drones being used in the enterprise sector in America again.
Okay. So you're fairly confident that it's going to be the not Phantom.
I am pretty confident that this release, the one we are talking about today, is in all likelihood not going to be the Phantom 5. But then I would also like to caveat that by saying that I'm the person that when the first mini leak photos, the really bad version of it, the rough version, I said that no way that's a DJI.
Okay.
So as I say,
well,
I have no empirical.
I'm not on a limb and say it's definitely going to be the Phantom. I wish it was. So I can't make a bet with you on it because.
So you don't want to bet the Mazda against my BMW?
No. My car? No.
Yeah.
I'd want to bet something that's worth something with you.
Oh, fair enough.
But
how is the Mazda, by the way?
It's great. I drove it all day yesterday. Put new tires on it yesterday. It's wonderful.
Oh, excellent. That's good news.
You can drive it like a reasonable person.
Excellent.
But I didn't buy it to drive it like a reasonable person. I bought it to drive it like a maniac. And if you drive it like a maniac right now in its current condition, it isn't. So I'm going to Chicago and I'm going to put it back in maniac status. But
excellent.
That aside,
yes,
I really do wish that they would make the Phantom 5. So everybody watching, if you know people that know people, send that up the chain. Remind them that we're all waiting.
And isn't there this thing? What is this cosmic ordering thing? If we all will it enough, if we all ask the universe and put the positivity out into the universe that there will be a Phantom 5, that it will come to us.
Yes. And now I'm gonna ask you to make a prediction before we end this stream.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, your prediction, then I will make a prediction that I can stand behind.
The prediction regarding this thing?
No, regarding anything. Just anything.
Okay. My prediction is that we will see by the end of 2022, we will see at least 5 more launches from DJI.
Okay. And
Is that a little bit too safe?
I've predicted some things that have come true.
Yes, you have.
For instance, the FT Aviator. Where is that? Nowhere. You're welcome. And I predicted that all this delivery of tube socks wouldn't happen. What happened? No tube socks being delivered.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will make another prediction, and that prediction is that the DJI POS will, a majority of them will end up in yard sales by 2022.
That's an interesting point of view.
2022, because I don't think that DJI will come out with a version 2 of this.
Now,
and that is worth celebrating.
Now, one thing that I would say which actually does support that is actually the lack of quantifiable updates on the DJI FPV drone. They're not moving it forward in the same way that they have some of their other products. And you know, I actually enjoy the drone. I like it. It's my only insight into FPV, so it gives me a bit of safe fun. But they haven't developed anything. They haven't changed anything. They haven't sort of, oh, we've done this and now the camera does that, or we've done this and now it does X, Y, Z. So I feel like the development portfolio has been very short on it as well. So that does support there not being another one. I do agree.
Yeah, and it's a fun drone to fly if you don't hit anything. That includes the ground when you land it. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Keep those receipts. I still get emails and comments from people. You suck, man. You hating on the DJI POS, man.
Don't pick on it. Do you really?
These are people that have ordered them but haven't taken delivery of them yet because they are just hoping that I'm wrong.
Do you think it's because and the reason that I like it is actually because I'm not an FPVer as such, you know. I'm not someone that flies it hardcore.
Yeah, if you want to do a couple flip-de-doos and you want to maneuver it a little bit differently than your GPS stabilized drone, then yeah. But
yeah, I mean,
the reason why I say that it sucks is because for anybody that really wants to get into FPV, that's such an expensive way to go, and it's even the DJI flavor of acro is not the same.
Yes, no, indeed, it is.
So you'd be better served getting into a simulator than you would buying the DJI POS.
Yep, but that is a rabbit hole I am determined not to go down, basically.
Yeah, well, hey, look, DJI is a wonderful company and they make great things, and I really want them to make my Phantom 5. Of course, they're gonna have a lemon once in a while.
They are, you know? Yeah, they are. Although I don't know whether I personally call it a lemon, but I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. But because for me to be able to go to a field, the same field, you know, every time and have more fun, that's very different for me. Because with my camera drone, I go to the same field. It's just the same field. It's over in 2 minutes. But with the FPV drone, I can have some fun. But it is more like a fixed wing FPV rather than a pure FPV. Of course, it's not really. You know, it's very limited from the point of view of being an FPV racer or an FPV quad. I do agree with that.
Would you fly it over water in acro mode?
No.
See, I mean, look, the Ford Motor Company is a great company. They make the Mustang and trucks, and for over 100 years they've been doing it. But they also made the Pinto. So,
yeah, that's a good point.
Once in a while.
So, that is a very, very good point.
So yes. I hope it's Phantom 5. It's probably not, though. In conclusion, is that your take on this?
Yeah, that's my personal take. I don't think we're going to see the Phantom 5 on this one. I'm having people saying to me, "Hey, look at this, look at that." I think it might be something drone related. I think it might fly, but just that spinny thing inside the cube and that type of thing feels like a gimbal. I feel like it's going to be the Osmo Mobile 5. That's just my personal opinion, backed up by, you know, my own research and my own information. But yeah, that's really where I sit. So there we go.
I predict some sort of wacky magnet incorporation, some levitation, something or other.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's something completely different. But why the number 5? Who knows? We'll find out on the 8th.
Oh man. If it's the Phantom 5, DJI would like to take this moment right now to sincerely apologize for any disparaging remarks I may have said about any of your products, and want you to know I love you.
And
if
please
you wanna
send me
me
one
a
right
Phantom
now.
5, you can do it. Yes, you can. You can send it to me here in America, and I will love it. I can already tell that I love it, unless you've made it of glass, of course.
What if the Phantom 5 comes out and it's been modeled on the FPV drone?
Then I'm an auto guy for life.
then welcome to Ken Heron. We now talk about cars on this channel.
Yes,
This is the
that's
Mazda
right.
channel.
That's it. Yeah.
The Mazda
All right.
mod channel. Excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it, for taking time out of your day, for coming and having one of our debates live on air. Hope everybody at home has enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. And now let's hope it's something cool and not just a gimbal, basically. That's all I can say.
Yeah, there's too many gimbals.
And as it's my show this time, I'm going to say and
Bye.